4 big methods to attracting a Gemini man or woman. Hey everyone, Andrew Morrison here, also known as Andrew the Astrologer. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell and the like button below, because my channel is really all about, it's dedicated to helping men and women to moving and stepping into their individual power and their worth so they can elevate their income, wealth, careers, and relationships, all completely through the power of astrology. Before I get into today's main content and video, I do have a few spots and spaces available. If you are really needing deeper guidance and help, I love to sit down and work with you with a astrological chart reading and consultation. The best way to schedule that is always found in the description down below, which I have my email down there to schedule that reading and consultation. Also found in the description down below is a link to my free, completely free, private astrological Facebook group and community. Again, I've had that group for several years now, and it's a great group to be a part of. We have people all around the world. And again, the link is always found in the description down below. All right, the first method, the first approach for really attracting that Gemini man or woman into your personal individual life, it's all about adding more comedy. So just to help you out so you have a better understanding and idea of a few examples here, adding more comedy together with this Gemini individual, specifically, going to different comedy shows. If you are possibly more of a movie buff, you enjoy consuming and watching films and movies, always suggest first and foremost going to more of a comedy type of film. That will really help the situation by reeling in that Gemini further and faster into your life. And becoming more magnetic to the Gemini as well. When you are around this Gemini, whether face to face physically or through distance, through texting, emailing, social media, Instagram, Facebook, what have you. When you are conversing with this Gemini, because again, communication is very important to a Gemini individual, you just want to keep things very lighthearted by cracking more jokes. You don't necessarily have to go overboard and make it seem like you are trying way, way too hard. You want to, again, keep things very light, very lighthearted, and keep things very fun, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules 2 zodiac signs in the whole zodiac belt, but with the Gemini side of Mercury, this really highlights and displays the more playful, the more fun, the more sociable, party animal side of Mercury. So that is the first method, the first approach. It's all about adding more comedy and being more jovial and having more of a good, playful time by adding more jokes into the atmosphere and into the energy when you are with this Gemini person. Now, the second strategy to attracting this Gemini individual into your personal life, it's all about becoming a better listener. So really mastering the whole art and science to enhancing and developing your listening skills. So again, just to reiterate here, Gemini is a very sociable zodiac sign just because it is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is very analytical, but it also is the planet of communications. Now, this is something that a lot of other astrologers don't always touch base on. Communication isn't always just what we say and being more verbal. Communication also is about using our ears. We don't have just one ear, we have 2, and that is why it's so important to start listening more and showing signs of active listening. So if you don't have no idea what active listening is, it's pretty simple to understand. It's a simple concept, but just being more engaged into the conversation when you are around this Gemini man or woman by showing that you are actually fully engaged and you are actually listening, you are following the discussion. This could possibly be, nodding your head, chiming in with some words of advice and things of that nature. But you definitely want to make sure that you are showing that you actually care. You don't want to be on your phone. You don't want to be distracted. Active listening also certainly includes, making eye contact, and remembering what the Gemini is actually telling you. Because if you forget conversations, that can be a huge turnoff, especially for a Gemini man or woman. Now, the third method for attracting that Gemini individual into your individual life, it's all about keeping an open mind and leaning into becoming more of a curious individual. Now, the reason why I say this, again, just going back to what I mentioned earlier, Gemini being ruled by Mercury. Mercury is a very versatile zodiac sign. They are all about being open minded to different ideas, different concepts, because again, it also is an air sign. So the qualities of air, it includes being more versatile, being more playful, and again, keeping an open mind, an open heart, trying new things. Gemini, in some regards, can be a little bit similar to Aries in the sense that Aries and Gemini individuals, they are very curious and they love to go on different adventures. Furthermore, on this note, Mercury ruling Gemini, Gemini people can oftentimes, not all of them, but many Gemini people love going on different trips, road trips, travels, whether short distance travels or more long distance travels to foreign countries. So that is also something to keep in mind by, again, being more curious and leaning into being more of a curious individual and really being more open-minded and expanding your horizons. That is very important for a Gemini person. By expanding your horizons, trying new things, going on different adventures, going to different restaurants, so on and so forth. Now, the next strategy to really reel in and attract that Gemini man or woman into your personal life, this is very important, but you never want to come off way too predictable, way too figure-outable, because just to sort of harp on the points and what I mentioned earlier in today's video, in the sense that Gemini and Aries, there's a lot of parallels and similarities between these two zodiac signs, in the sense that they really need and they crave excitement, they need fun and playtime. They love going on different adventures. They love trying new things, broadening their horizons, and things of that nature. So the moment that a Gemini man or woman senses that they can figure you out too soon, or sometime in the game, they can get really bored. So again, Gemini people, they need a lot of fun, they need a lot of excitement. You don't necessarily want to be difficult or dramatic or, be a difficult Diana, so to speak, but you don't want to be too overly agreeable, but you do want to kind of be a little bit more changeable at times. So I hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, make sure to smash the like button below so we expand our reach. And again, if you are needing deeper guidance and help, I also do relationship compatibility readings as well. Again, the best way to schedule that is to send me an email, which is always posted down in the description down below.